choices. How am I gonna pick the right one?
Yeah, there's like 10 pages in this menu. And don't worry about choosing the right one.
Sometimes I just wish there were like 3 choices and that they were all great.
Right, but if they were all great, wouldn't it be just as difficult to make a choice?
Maybe, but it'd be like difficult.
You know what? I'm just gonna have the fish and chips like I always do.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah?
I mean, if you're gonna get the same thing every time, was there ever really any choice involved?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely
What I'm saying is that there's
hilarious.
so many choices.
And also very relatable.
Forces
That
me
just
to
sense
make
of
the
sitting in
same
the
choice
restaurant and
every
looking at all the options and like wondering what you should get, and then it's such a real struggle. And it's even more of a struggle when you're eating out with other people and it's on a date and you're like, you just don't know what to choose. And then sometimes you're on the other end and you're just like watching the other person who just doesn't know what to choose. And I loved it. It was great. So relatable, so funny.
I thought this one was just really smart, really fun. For a short with so many different characters, it was kind of interesting that it's actually not about character really, which is usually a red flag in good storytelling. But this one, just the dialogue is just, it will remind most people, I think, of any time you've ever sat down at a restaurant. And just sort of social commentary about like the number of choices we have in general and how crippling it can be sometimes. Just all the back and forth, it was really great. Really cut together well, I thought, and just a lot of fun.
I think this one was quite farcical. I really like the premise. I think the script was quite clever and very intelligently written. It was quite enjoyable, even though it was very short. I think this one should be called the FOMO film because it really explores this real human feeling of too many choices, or the burden to having to choose between too many, and then of course missing out on of a lot of them because you chose one and the decision, and you feel guilt and you feel like if it was a bad one you wouldn't like it. I mean, it was quite human and real, and it was very relatable. I really think it is an excellent portrayal of society with choices, and I loved how they used different actors to showcase diversity, which is amazing, and the acting was excellent from all of the actors, and I really enjoyed this one.
I loved the way that this film was cut together. It felt so natural, and to use those like transitions and things like that to jump from kind of couple to couple, I thought was great. I thought it was funny. The humor definitely worked on me. I think mostly because I've had almost this exact conversation. I think that it's something almost everybody can relate to, and I thought the way that it was like cut together was so well done, and you could kind of tell, at least like how I saw it, like the different points of the relationships that the couples were in, because some couples definitely felt like newer, like they were maybe having that conversation for the first time, and then there were a few other couples that like for me personally, I was like, oh, this is a conversation, and you've gone round and round on this many times before. So I thought that that was really interesting, that for me I could see like the different stages of like the couples and where they were at, but they were all still having the same conversation, and it's a conversation I've had many times before, so I get it, that like that's not just something you have once and then you're done. Like it's a common conversation. But I thought it worked really well. I really enjoyed it.
I thought this was a really fun short. I feel like it was done really well, and the most impressive part of this is the editing. Like, it's just so clean and crisp, and the timing is perfect too, to be able to kind of string this scene along through, I think it was like 5 or 6 different pairs, was, it's not an easy task, and I feel like that in that too, it's a lot it goes a lot to the director's credit, to be able to coach these many sets of actors to kind of hit the same beats. It was great. I really liked it.
I thought this was such a unique and cute take on something I think we all can relate to. I really liked the way it was edited together, especially. I think these quick cuts made it interesting to watch, and they led me to be curious as to what was going to happen next, despite the same setting that all these events were taking place in. Like, I never got bored, so that was something I really appreciated.
It made me giggle a lot. It got ridiculous there towards the end. It was like speed dating through the menu of choices. I really liked how the conversations tied into one another, and the film had me at a very explosive 2 risottos.
I really loved that you had all the different couples, a variety of different couples, and obviously there's a variety of different concepts out there when it comes to relationships. So I thought it was really cute how they compared that to choices on the menu. There's too many, I don't know what to choose. And the couples were kind of like alluding to different things, like, but I always choose this, and I like this, and I know I like this. And why don't you try it? But if you didn't try this, how do you know this is what you like? So I just really loved the tongue-in-cheek of this. I loved the set. I loved the lighting. It was cute and quick and fun and clever.
It's a really nice allegory to the restaurant and the choices we have in life. And it's played out with the conversations, which makes the short film very interesting and very fun to watch. Once you pick up on the allegories, once you pick up on the role of the waiter, the role of the choosing, the roles of the food options, it makes it a really smart and enjoyable short film to watch.
Great metaphor. It was very humorous. It was fun. We loved it.
And we could see ourselves through the many layers and menu choices.
Very kind of clever, fun, short, great editing style, really well written, fun characters, had a nice message to pass on, and easy watch and well executed. So.